Okay, you know what next door is, right?
What do you mean next door?
The app.
Your neighbors?
No, I have next door neighbors. No, why? What's going on now? Who are you in a fight with now?
Okay,
Like, who is
first of
it?
all,
Brian, Brian, here we go. Who is she in a fight with now? Let's see what happens.
fence, that's rude.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I am in a little bit of an exchange of words on the internet, but at least I haven't been kicked off twice like my dad has.
Okay. So what
Yeah,
happened with this app?
hold on.
Think she'll get to an age where she just lets it go, right? Think she what, 2 years away, 3 years away?
Probably.
Yeah.
Not time.
That's like us. So we used to argue even like in our early, like right when we turned 30, the arguments were still happening, and then it just becomes like I don't care anymore.
Just let this shit roll off your back. Like, I don't give a fuck.
All right. So what's going on then?
Okay, so as you don't know, I live downtown in a major, well, not major, in a metropolitan area. And, because of that, downtown city life shit happens. Catalytic converters are getting stolen left and right here. Someone's always getting packages stolen off their fucking front porch or whatever. Every other, like once a week, someone's car is getting stolen or every day someone's windows getting smashed out here. Like break-ins and theft are a problem here, as
As
they are in
as
any
as I say, that's Biden's America, man. That's what I
whatever
say.
they were doing this shit when Trump was in office
I
too,
know. I'm kidding
and
around.
Obama
It's
and
not the
Bush.
orange man's fault.
I'm kidding around. Go on.
Okay, so it's just
I
like
will
they've been
say
doing this shit. I don't think it matters who's in office. They've been doing this shit, and they're
it's
probably gonna.
California though. So out here with what you just described. Now I know California's. You live in a small area in California. It's not like you can speak for the whole state. But the way it's described out here now, I'm not saying me. I don't live there. It is becoming what they would say like pretty shitty as far as crime just running rampant and things like that. Is that true or no?
Yeah.
It is.
So
Okay.
I forget what it was. I don't know if it's like Prop 96 or 47. There's some prop that like on paper was a really good idea because it was trying to, reduce the amount of nonviolent offenders behind bars, which is
Correct.
smart.
Yes.
Like petty theft, why are we putting them in jail? Like
I agree.
that's
Hey,
stupid.
don't forget, communism works in theory.
In theory,
Well,
communism.
yeah, exactly. And I wish I could remember what proposition it was. On paper, it was a great idea. The implementation and reality of it, not so great because now, there's always going to be someone that's going to want to work the system and take advantage. And
Hell yeah, it's
This
America.
this prop was to get all the people out of jail that our vice president Kamala Harris put in.
probably, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
I
kidding,
know.
everybody.
Oh, I know. No, actually, I know
All the
someone.
nonviolent
So,
drug
yeah.
offenders.
Yeah, go
My
on.
friend is someone that sued the city of San Francisco because of her and won like a couple $1 million because he
That's
was like
awesome.
wrongfully convicted.
Right, but go on. Enough of the politics. Go on with your window
Right. So next
smashing
door.
and
Okay. So as you know, I live downtown in a city. City shit happens when you're in a major city. Right. So I'm, driving, whatever. I'm at the intersection, and these two fucking crackhead, like tweaker crackhead meth head looking dudes are with a fucking like some piece of wire. I don't know if it was a coat hanger, but they're like, it's like this 1990 Mazda. They're, shoving it down the
wow.
windows,
Oh yeah.
trying, trying to break in. And like, they're kind of like looking, like you can
Yeah,
tell when someone's trying to get into their own car versus like, I don't think you should be doing that. And especially
yeah,
since car theft and
That's yours.
car
yeah.
vandalism is, yeah, because you look embarrassed. Like when, like when you're trying to get into like your own house or your own vehicle, like you're fucking embarrassed. You're not like, oh.
Right.
And then some woman was with them too, and they were like arguing. And the way she walked away from them was like she didn't want to be a part of what they were doing.
Mm,
And like feel like I have a pretty good gauge. Like I'm usually not the assume the worst of people, but just given in the area we're in, both my vehicles have been broken into just 2 blocks away from this intersection. I've
right.
seen smashed out windows again 2 blocks away from this intersection. So like we're in an area where this kind of thing is common, and people have gotten fucking brazen with it. I mean, you just had someone get stabbed on the beach like a couple months ago.
Nice.
Now, I know your family's out there, but has there ever been a time where your husband has said, like, okay, what the fuck are we doing here? Can we get out of here?
Well, he looks like a neo-Nazi, so everyone's afraid of him.
Okay, that's good. You married into one then. Good.
Yeah. So no one really approaches him because they're afraid of him. So,
Okay.
and meanwhile, he cries over puppies.
Well, he has a heart. That's important. You know, we
Right.
all cry over puppies, but
I
go
know,
on.
I know. Like if you don't like puppies, like
Yeah.
maybe you should be locked up. But
Go on
anyways,
your yeah.
so I'm like, fuck, because I'm on Bluetooth and it's like that really loud, obnoxious car Bluetooth that you can hear outside of the
Mhm.
vehicle. I'm like, let me call the cops, but like, let me pull away, let me get away from the intersection so they
Smart.
don't overhear me, you know. And then they're like next trying to come at me with a fucking tire iron and some shit. And
Oh,
so I take a picture. Well, first I call 911. I'm like, hey there, it looks like these two guys are, breaking into a car. I give a fucking perfect description. I was like, two white males, one tall, one black, one tall, one short. One's in a black t-shirt, the other's in a black wife beater, has tattoos on his left arm. One is in a backward snapback. They're
They were like, so you're saying they're both black, ma'am?
yeah, right. And it looks like they're breaking into a vehicle that is not there. It's just based on how the situation was reading. And she goes, okay, where is it? And I accidentally said 9th and 10th. And she goes, that's not a real intersection or street. So what street is it actually on? And I'm like,
this is the
this is
nine.
why people don't fuck with y'all. This
Yeah,
is
but
exactly why everyone fucking hates you guys.
that's a stressful job, right? This is a dispatcher 911.
Yes, which I understand, but like, don't give me fucking attitude
Kind
for
of
no
rude.
reason.
Yeah, it's a little rude, I would
No, it
say.
was very rude because, like, okay, I'm trying to like help out a fellow and a fucking
Right.
neighbor here, and you bitches aren't even gonna show up anyway. So, like, don't fucking act like you're really about to do something, bitch.
Elly was trying to make a citizen's arrest.
No,
And
not at all. I'm not the type to. I'm no, no.
no, you never get involved. Your job, it sounds bad, is to get home to your family. When you see something, mind your business. They
No,
get that.
absolutely not. No,
Mind your
unless
business.
no. Immediately no.
You
Immediately
did
no.
the
That's
right
why I was
thing.
like,
You go away, call the cops. You did the right thing.
right. And so I was like, okay. I was like, oh, because I didn't realize I said that because it's 10th and Pine, so that's why I accidentally said 10th and 9th, which when you're talking kind of fast and just trying to, I'm just trying to give you information, like do with it what you want, bitch, at this point. But like, this is why people don't fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the intersection. And then I was like, yes, he has a snapback hat on. She goes, I'm sorry, a snap backpack.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you're really okay. At this point, I'm just gonna hang up. Like,
So
I
you
would have
just,
just, I'd be like, I don't care anymore.
but you
right.
got to understand, like a snapback. I don't
And then
know
I
what.
said a baseball hat, a base. She's like, oh, a baseball cap. Okay, thank you. I was like,
So they never came. You gave up.
no, but surprisingly, much to my surprise, I was then done being at my destination and I looked straight down the street because our city is a legitimate grid. I look down 10th and I see, lights and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, they actually came in. Fortunately, where I live, the main station is and the courthouse, like the county courthouse, are literally 5 blocks from my house.
Okay.
So you constantly see them like coming on and off shift. So they're usually kind of always in the general area, especially during like a shift change. Um, but to my surprise, they were there. I was like, holy shit, no way. And so I did take a picture and I gave her, I was like, I can give you the plates because maybe if they do steal a car, then you can at least track the plates, whatever. I read off the plate, I'm telling her, it's a Mazda, whatever. And she's like, okay, thanks. And I was like, okay. So I post on Nextdoor, like just like, hey, I
So what's
don't know if
next door? You never explained the app. What's the
yeah,
app
it's
exactly?
an app that neighbors, it's like it's supposed to be for neighbors to let other neighbors know, like, hey, there's some guy in the neighborhood like trying to scam people or doing the buy my magazines or candy, or hey, I'm selling a dresser. Would anyone like
So like a
this? Like 20
neighborhood.
bucks.
It's a friendly chat room between neighbors.
Yeah, that was its intent. That was the intent of Nextdoor, but then people have to get on there and give their 2 cents and say the most dumb shit. But
Mhm.
anyway, so I just make the post. I'm like, hey, don't know whose car this is, but if this is your Mazda parked on like this intersection, it looked like these two gentlemen were trying to break in. Here's the picture. I gave the description. I was like, police have been called. Just putting it out there.
Mhm.
The amount of fucking flack I got
For what? What was it? What were
for
some of the? Were they calling you a snitch? Did you get called a
I'll
snitch?
fucking snitch all day, bitch. I'll snitch all day. I also
So
don't leave.
you got you got hold on. You got let me just try to paint the situation. So you were doing the good deed because you thought one of your neighbor's friend like cars were getting broken
I don't
into.
know. Just somebody's car was getting broken into. I don't
And
know who
they did
it
they
is.
twist it around and make it seem like you're the neighborhood busybody?
No, these are the stupid comments I got. Hold on, let me pull this up.
These are gonna be great, and I'm gonna try to take their sides on it, and I hope I agree with them, Elly.
Are you
So
gonna do
let's,
one of those devil advocate things
yeah.
that secretly
I mean,
exposes you? Yeah.
Brian, just before she gets the comments, do you think she did anything wrong? I don't think so.
I think the first thing she did wrong was got involved.
Right, but it's not like she went over
Fucking,
there.
I'd have looked at it and been like, those guys are robbing that car. Sucks.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but like, you know, that's
Listen, that's what car insurance is for.
right.
If
But
somebody wants to steal my car, fucking steal it. I
okay,
don't
Brian has bad experiences because he's once come out of his house after
Was
Saturday
your
my
car
car
morning
open
was
box?
totaled one
and
time.
saw his car totaled, crashed into.
Yeah.
Wait, your car was parked and it got ruined?
Yes.
Yes, totaled. It got fucking totaled.
That's some skill though, like to fuck up a
The
parked
best
car.
thing was the guy lived down the street.
Didn't he come see you? It was like, my bad, man.
Yeah, well, no, because I walked out in the morning to go to the gym. The car was fucked up. I called the cops. They came and they're like, all right, we're gonna like drive around and maybe it's someone in the area because there were tire tracks leading up to my car that was now up on the curb. And then they went like 5 houses down from my house and they were like, yeah, we found the guy. And then he walked down and was like, hey man, I'm sorry. I got too drunk at Applebee's last night.
So you sure it wasn't Scott?
No,
No,
I don't drink at Applebee's. I only eat at Applebee's.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Correction.
All right, read some of the comments.
All right, so like the first two are normal. Like, dang, that's right up the street from home. And I was like, yeah, that was kind of that was my thought. Like, fuck, this is really close to home. And this other woman, she posts like she said it like completely normal, like the same person. She goes, if they're just using a coat hanger, it might be their car. Like, it was pretty innocuous. And then someone goes, if that's a Mazda, I had an 82 626 a long time ago, constantly locked myself out of it when I was a courier, got real good at breaking, or got real good at breaking back in, LOL. And then someone goes, someone's probably locked out and someone's got nothing to do. And Bob comes to my defense and goes, better safe than sorry. Say something. And he goes, but they most likely are locked out and don't have AAA roadside service, as others mentioned already above. And then this older Mazda looks like it's been waxed too, whatever that means.
All I hear right now, Elly, is a bunch of victims. These people are way too trustworthy. That must be a West Coast thing. I'm sorry. Like, that must be like you don't have your guard up, laid back thing. If that's like here, your immediate reaction is someone's fucking with me. Not, well, some people might know this guy's fucking with my car. These are all victims who will eventually get something stolen and not walk away when they feel someone following them. Their intuition, they will not listen to. These people are really annoying.
this is why you carry a weapon.
Right.
I carry a mace, I carry a knife.
Because if you pull up, all right, you stop and you turn to your right and you see two guys with a coat hanger, you fucking roll the window down. If you really want to get involved in it, you roll the window down and then you just wave your weapon. You say, what are you guys doing over there?
What if they say, I locked myself out of the car? Then what do you do?
You can usually tell from the way they say it.
Yeah, but how you're describing it, though, Elly, it seems like they were up to no good. That's just
no, exactly. Like I trust me, I have much better shit to do than to like call and like, hey, it looks like these people are breaking into a car. But again, as someone who's had their shit broken into, like, it fucking sucks. Yes. So if I can help someone out here, I will. Like, I'm not gonna go be fucking Batman vigilante justice and like try to kill them or be crazy. Yes. It's just like, if I can help prevent somebody's shit from getting broken into, or worst case scenario, best case scenario, it is their car. Okay, great, no harm, no foul. Sorry, that's my bad. But at least you know
what? This gives me a good idea. This is why you should carry around those Apple AirTags, because then you could have got out and you could have been like, hey, fellas, you're having trouble getting into this car? Let me help you out. You could have slapped the AirTag on it. They could have stole it. Then later on in the evening, you go to the location of it and you beat their heads in.
That's way too much work. And it's not illegal. That's
worth it.
It's a crime.
I just said I'm not going to be Batman.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not going to be Batman. But
I literally just said I'm not gonna be Batman and you want to do some Batman shit. Like, yes. No. Okay, and then some fucking clown goes, have you considered or asked if it's their car? Yes, I'm gonna approach suspected criminals and ask them, excuse me, sirs, is this your vehicle that you're breaking into with a coat hanger
You with the hangers, are these yours or not? Like, and why would they say no for breaking into these?
Right. Like, yeah, like, and again, like, I'm gonna approach people I'm thinking are actively in the middle of committing a fucking crime because
Right.
that's fucking smart. Like, oh look, it looks like that person's being assaulted. Like, are you assaulting them?
What would your is John there? Is
Yes,
John can John
Nancy is here.
John, what would you have done? Would you have even gotten involved or no?
To be honest, like I'm definitely like I don't give a shit. Like break into the car. It's not my car. I don't
Yes.
care.
Your car's been broken
Like,
into though.
Yeah,
Twice.
again, if I caught somebody breaking into my car doing it, yes, then it's
Totally
on.
different.
If I see somebody breaking into a car, I don't
What if it was my
care.
car?
It's not my problem.
What if it was my car?
Well, that's his problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat their ass too. But again, it's somebody else's car. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't see why you care.
You're not a good neighbor. Get out.
It'd be funny if John comments on the Facebook post like it agrees with those people. I know, right? It could have been someone just not worthy. So
And
did anyone? No one was mad though. It didn't seem
no,
like
it was no, but then someone goes, people, I swear, be assuming things in their heads nowadays. It's like, dude, what? And then someone goes, if they are stealing, not stealing, STILLING. I don't think that's a word.
No.
The car, trust me, they will not be playing with clove hanger. First of all, I said nothing about stealing, but the amount of like stealing comments that like showed up, I'm like, all I said was it looks like they're breaking it. I didn't say anything like I think they're stealing it. I just said exactly what I saw. That's it. Y'all brought on this all this like stealing shit and like made this way more than it is. And so then someone goes, so what ended up happening? And I was like, update, the cops did show up. I don't know what happened after that. Sorry. And then for those of you, and I did like that mocking font, like this mocking SpongeBob, like
Gotcha.
uppercase, lowercase. Yeah. And I was like, for those of you saying it's probably their car, I go, don't slam doors. I go, if that's the case, then it should be no problem to prove it. The paperwork on the inside should match one of their licenses, ergo, no problem. But then also, if it is their car, then it's their car. Great, no problem then. And then I said, like, I'm of the better safe than sorry mindset, especially since crime has only gotten worse and I've had my vehicle broken into and was only a few blocks down the street from where this was occurring. I'd hate for it to happen to someone else. And then I just made some other points. Like, I never said anything about stealing the car. All I said was 2 men were trying to break in, like, ... Like, that's literally all I said. And I said to the clown that mentioned, if I asked them, are you serious? Like, are you? Like, you were a fucking clown. And then I said, reasons I suspected it wasn't their car. They kept looking around to see if they were being watched. A woman was with them initially, and it looked like they were arguing. She also walked away from them as if she did not want to be a part of what they were doing.
Is that it?
No. And then someone goes, Elly did the right thing. And then I had someone try to fucking, oh, did he delete his comment?
Uh-oh.
John, you bitch. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Then I had, then the fucking white savior comes out of nowhere that no one asked to be the white savior, but they want to be the white savior. Comes out and goes, oh, is that you?
No, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not that.
But like the white savior complex, and it's like,
the white guilt. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no. So John Ma comes in, or John from MA. I'm just mean John, Massachusetts. Anyways, he goes, issue is if they say it's their car, they don't need to prove that to anyone. Okay, fine then. If it's their car, then it's allegedly their car. Game, then it's done. Like, move on. It's not that serious. And he goes, that includes the police because they've broken no law. I'm like, all I said was, it's what it looks like to me. That's all. But people like, look at this fucking dissertation.
Jeez. Brian, how many sentences of that would you have actually read if you saw that?
I would have just seen how long it was and not even started to read it.
But my response is pretty good. So hold on.
So you read it all. So you read
it. Of course I did.
Honestly, I would have looked at it and I would have not read it. And
initially I was like, I was like, get the fuck out. Like, no way you wrote a fucking thesis statement. Like your PhD thesis on next door.
I would have commented on his reply, you're a loser.
Just, yeah. There's and I'm not trying to judge anybody here, but when you see something like that, it's like,
and in an area where this shit happens literally all the time, like it's not just an uncommon occurrence here. Like this literally happens like every day.
I get it, but just when you see something like that with the long 12-paragraph thing, it's like, listen, I hope that person is well in the head, but at the same time, it's like, don't you have anything better to do? Like, Brian, am I right? Like,
I got nothing better to do.
Like-
That's what just, I kept like surprising me is like how many people commented like, and then I gotta get, I'll read you the essay. And he goes, at this point, the police don't have probable cause to detain either of the individuals or reasonable doubt. I never took it that far. Like, you're the one taking this way. You're like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Dude. And he goes, this means a doubt based upon reason and common sense. It is not based purely on speculation. I think we all know it's, oh, look, someone went to law school. You know, like this means, okay, calling the police on someone based merely on speculation might warrant a quick look, quote unquote, but legally the police must be able to articulate specific facts supporting their reasonable suspicion of a crime in order to detain somebody. If you saw them committing a crime that might, all caps,
still him?
Yes, warrant reasonable suspicion depending on specific facts. But did you see them committing a crime? That's largely the issue here. Many times in these incidents, police will make that part up, i.e., I smell drugs, you fit the description of a suspect, and this is when harmless situations can quickly escalate into something else. The reason why some people question the validity of calling the police in this scenario is because oftentimes the police stop and detain individuals, particularly people of color. Under that, that's when I was like, it's on, bitch. When you particularly people of color under the false pretense that they stole their own vehicle in an attempt to warrant a stop or detention. If you're wondering why people question calling the police on these two persons who appear to be locked out of a car in the middle of the day, this is why. Just trying to clear that up. First of all, no one asked you to clear anything up. You made this way more convoluted than it needed to be.
Is that
it?
I
was
for
like,
him?
Yeah, that's it for him.
Right.
Who the fuck has that much of an opinion on something that doesn't even involve you?
But yeah, Ellie, before you comment on your response, Brian, I'd like to hear your take on that.
Oh my fucking God. That guy is a fucking loser.
He is. No, he is. He's
Like,
coming with the white
look.
savior thing at the bottom. Like, this is like
someone like that, you're sitting around just waiting with that fucking response.
You know,
like,
he's probably like rehearsed it to his friends.
It's in his notes. No, I bet you it's in his notes. Like, oh wait, I got one. I got it. Like, gotcha, bitch. Let me go to my notes.
Like, oh, I can't wait for the moment to pull this out.
The worst part is he probably showed his coworkers the next day, and then look at what I said. And his coworkers are probably just like, "Shut the fuck up, man! I was watching the game last night."
We fucking hate you.
Yeah, this is why you're never invited to the fucking company outings.
Right. This is literally why no one at work talks to you. Why you have like maybe two friends that aren't your mom and your cat.
Yeah. So, what was your response, Ellie?
So I said, so I tagged him. I was like, John, you got a lot of nerve coming on here telling a POC about police and POC relations.
That's person of color, correct? POC?
Yes, person of color. Right. Okay.
And
I was like, I'm
it's person or chameleon.
Yeah, actually, yeah, person or chameleon. Hello, look at the shirt.
Piece of crap. You got some nerve telling a piece of crap.
How dare you tell me a piece of shit about being a piece of shit? But yeah, and I go, so then I was like, also, I'm assuming you can read based off the dissertation you just wrote, but it seems maybe you didn't comprehend. So allow me to reiterate what I'm now writing for the third time. They were using some sort of tool to try and open the vehicle. They tried both the driver's side door and passenger side door on the driver's side of the vehicle. Additionally, they were looking around to see if people were watching before every attempt. Vehicle break-ins and vehicles being stolen are common in this area. 2 blocks down from this intersection, I personally, in all caps, have had both of my vehicles broken into and see a vehicle with a smashed out window regularly as well. It really sucks when it happens to you, and I do not want others to experience this if I can help it. Lastly, even if the police have no legal standing to do anything, okay, fine. But at least these people now know the community is aware of their presence and activity. And I was like, you try to be a good neighbor and people still complain, go figure.
Yeah. Brian, one thing. Did you ever write something that well thought out for an essay in high school?
No. I don't care enough.
Do you think you got the best of this John guy then?
I turned comments off on the post. So I got the last word regardless. Because I'm just like, I will keep going.
That's a fucking soft move. You turn those fucking comments back on so John can get back in.
Yeah, you don't want John to fucking...
You fucking made your last comment and turned the comments off. That's fucked up.
John's gonna go find out like where you live now because he has to get off his chest.
He's just gonna slip an essay underneath your door.
Right? I mean, yeah. I'll get his full on.
Like, just written for 5 years.
Ultimately, though, I don't
on a typewriter too.
I don't think you did anything wrong. That's like
no, I don't feel bad about what I'm not.
You tried to do a good thing, and
I got shit on.
Yeah, people have opinions on everything. cares?
I mean,
At the
yeah,
end
it
of
was
the
just so
day,
crazy. Like you could post a photo of your fucking dog and people would be like, "That's abuse," and it's like,
Yeah.
he's, like, laying down. Like what?
No, most people though who get into these social media quarrels, most people like that guy who just like lives for that, you almost end up pitying them in a way because it's like, wow, like you have no.
You have no life.
Yeah, I hate to
Fucking loser.
say it because like
I
it's
don't hate to say it. I love it.
Brian
Fuck
loves
them.
to, yeah, Brian, it makes you feel better about yourself when you realize like, wow, I'm not
Absolutely.
like, oh, I don't really have a lot going on, but wait, there are people who really have nothing going on.
Yeah, but I think my response was
Absolutely.
pretty scathing, like without having to actually like curse or anything. I feel it was a pretty like scathing response.
Yeah, wasn't bad. I mean, no, I think you did right. I
I
wouldn't.
felt, I mean, I asked you like, I was like, clearly you, I'm assuming you can read, but I don't think you're comprehending because like clearly you're not because based
I
off this essay you wrote off of a situation that's like pretty cut and dry, like what it is. Also, these were not people of color that I called the police on.
right, but if they were, you wouldn't have been doing anything wrong either. I mean,
Right.
like, but that would have been taken a little differently, obviously, just because of the
Sure.
way things are.